I'm bored. Let's review something. You. Alright, here he is. The Maxim series Spider-Man. I gotta say, he's awesome. He's perfect. He's the best McFarlane-style Spider-Man, I think. He's awesome. Let's get into the review, shall we? Alright, let's start with his accessories. He's got quite a bit. Some things I wish they added, and some things could have been improved on, but let's start with the hands. He comes with 2 fists out of the box. They look pretty good. I like them. They're, fists, so. Then he comes with 2 grabby hands, which we will get to what they are used for in a minute. They're also pretty good. The grip is fine with grabbing stuff. It can be either, too loose to grab things or too tight with certain things, so. Next, he comes with flippers, which I think every Spider-Man should come with. I like this one, how it's different, because it's very McFarlane style, where he has the curled finger. So that looks really cool. And then this one I like a lot, too. Then, this is another hand set I think every Spider-Man should come with. Wall crawlers. I mean, it's like his main power besides, swinging on webs and stuff like that, so. They look good. I think these have been reused as well with the fists and other things, but they look good. Then, these hands are cool. They are thwipping hands, but they have the webs, coming out of them instead of just a normal thwip, so these are really cool. Here, let's get a thwip like that compared to that. So that's really cool. I like those. Then, let's do these. These are his hands when he has the gloves on that show the actual web shooter, and Peter's skin hands. Those are really cool. This is an awesome accessory. Surprised they haven't done it before. Yeah, these are cool. I like them a lot. I think the Peter hand is a little bigger than normal. Yeah, they're a little bigger. So that's interesting, but still look awesome. I like them a lot. Then for heads, we have 3 heads, including the normal one, but this is the alternative head. It's like a squinting head. I like this a lot. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't use it on my display, but I think it's pretty interesting. Not too big of a difference with the alternate head, just the one eye, but besides that, looks good. I have a little bit of paint scuff there. It's hard to see, but besides that, looks good. And then here's the head people have been talking about. Peter Parker head sculpt. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I can see what they were going for. I don't think they achieved it that well, though. It's the eyes, I think. The eyes don't. Yeah, they don't look that good. I think mine are looking off to the side, too, so. But, I mean, it's alright. It looks better in person than it does the photos they showed, but. And then this accessory is very cool. The Spider Sense accessory. I really like it. Fits on pretty well. I'll show you how it fits on. Just get the Spider-Man here, and then just clipped on like that. It's a little loose sometimes, so you gotta just find the hot spot, and then yeah, looks good. I like the clear effect. They made it look good. I wish it was yellow instead of red, preferably. That's how I like my Spider Sense to look, but it looks good. I like it. Oh, and while I have him out, let's show you how to put the Peter Parker hands on. So you just want to take this part off of the hand, and then grab the Peter Parker hand, and then it should just clip on. So that looks pretty cool. Yeah, and then here is the normal head compared to the alternative head. So not too big of a difference, but I like it. Looks cool. And then let's go into the web accessories. First, he comes with a web shield, which is very cool. Very Marvel's Capcom. You have the clamp here. Let's grab him back here. And it can just clamp on to that. get your Marvel vs. Capcom poses going. Very cool. And then he comes with a web ball accessory. Looks a little sus, but pretty alright. Pretty cool. I think it's neat, I guess. And how it works is instead of just having it on the ground, you know, they gave you a stand for it, which I think is very cool. Just clamps on like that, and then should be a hole. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, and it's got a joint here to move and a joint there, so you can get into, you know, like if you want it, just the hole. If you want it low on the ground, do it like that, or if you want it high. And then they also gave you this like web net piece that also has a hole. Where is it? There it is. Also has a hole, so in it, so you can have it like that. So it's pretty cool. And then they gave you 2 web accessories, like so you can swing around or whatever. I don't like these that much because they just dangle. They don't have any wiring in them, so they can't hold anything. So if you just have him holding these and you want him, like, you know, maybe in the air or something, it's just gonna droop down. So I think Hasbro should have put wires in them or gave us just wired webs in general. So yeah, besides that though, accessories, very cool. I think they did pretty alright with the accessories. Some things I would have wanted, maybe another Spider-Man mask face, perhaps like an angry expression, or maybe like a battle damaged, who knows. But I don't know. Yeah, I think the accessories are pretty good. Oh, duh, I completely forgot what the grabby hands are used for. They are just, you know, used for the webs. Hold them like that. So yeah, pretty cool, I guess. Like a little whip. Yeah. Alright, now let's talk about the figure himself. He looks awesome. Mine doesn't have any QC, which is very nice. I was worried because I saw photos on the internet of people getting theirs and this part was not there, or simply the webbing was all messed up. But from what I've seen so far, my webbing looks really good. I haven't noticed any QC at all, so yeah. I love the head sculpt. It looks really good. I think it's pretty close to McFarlane. Maybe the eyes could be a little closer, but yeah, they got the logo perfect since they were going for the McFarlane style. That looks really good. He's got a bit of gloss, the red, which is pretty interesting. I kind of like it. Kind of adds like a almost metallic-ish kind of look to it, or just shininess. Looks cool. The dark blue is nice. I'm glad they didn't really go for a bright blue because McFarlane's art style is very dark. It's almost like a black fully. I think it would have been cool if maybe they found a way to give him web wings like the Amazing Fantasy. That would have been either a cool accessory or just a cool gimmick they had. Perhaps maybe like a cloth thing to go through. But yeah, besides that, yeah, he looks awesome. I just love the sculpt. The back logo looks a little weird when you use the butterfly joint. I think they could have done this better. Maybe just ended it off there and then, I don't know. Looks fine if you got it like that, but if you're doing like some, you know, crouch or something like that, it looks a little weird, but yeah. No, he's awesome. I think he's really good. Okay, let's talk about articulation. We'll start with the head. He can look up that much, which is really good. He can look down that much, which is also really good. He can tilt that much, move all the way around. And the neck has an articulation. It has a ball joint underneath there, which is very nice. Hasbro did very good with that. The neck helps a little bit. Up and down helps with the tilt. I've seen people on the internet, what they do is they spin the neck around and then spin the head back. So if you're doing some like web swing pose and you want him to look up, it helps with him looking up. Very much so. So if you have it like this, looking down is going to be a little bit of a hindrance. But yeah, it looks good when you have him crouching down. That helps a lot. So then he has a joint here that can spin around, bend that much, go back that much, go forward that much. Then he has another joint here, can go down that far, go back that far, and then with both parts of the torso together, you can bend down that much, which is very nice, and he can bend back that much, which is also really nice. Then let's get into the arms. Spin all the way around. Has a butterfly joint, which goes that far forward and that far back, which is a lot. So he can fully cross his arms backwards, and he can fully cross his arms forward. So really nice for a Spider-Man. That's very helpful. And he has a joint here that can twist fully around. Don't know why you'd want it over here, but twist there. Has a double jointed elbow. It's a little annoying, but it can fully bend like that all the way to the end. Since he has the alternate Peter hands, this can twist, which is very nice. Has normal Marvel Legend hands, so twist here. You can go down that much, go down up that much, and then all the way there. So, good articulation for the arms. Pretty standard for Spider-Man for the most part. Then let's get into the legs. He has the drop-down hip. So, that helps with bending it up. So, normally you can kick up that high. But with the drop-down, you should, be able to kick way higher. So, it's very helpful. Then he has a cut here, so he can twist. He has double jointed knees. He can kick his own butt if he wants to. Then he has a boot cut. Then he has a toe joint. You can go down that far. Swerve side to side. And he has toe joint, so it can go up that high. Then can go low. And then he can kick that far. That's how far he can kick. So, very good articulation, I say. You can hit all the Spider-Man poses you want, which is perfect for a McFarlane style figure. With his crazy anatomy and crazy poses. So, this can do most of those poses. So, yeah, very cool. Alright, now let's get into the size comparisons. First, we're going to start with an average scale Marvel Legends. Here is Frogman. So, Spider-Man is basically his height. So, yeah. Then, let's get Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. Spider-Man is a bit taller. Not by much, but he is about half a head tall. So then let's get a bigger Marvel Legend. I have the Marvel Legends Thing. So he is definitely smaller compared to the Thing, but still a decent height to about his shoulder. And let's get some other brands in here. I have the Jada Toys Ken. Spider-Man is a bit taller, which is good for the McFarlane style. So he is just a little bit taller. Then let's get McFarlane figure in here. And we have, well, we have Todd McFarlane. Oh, uh-oh, he's falling. Let's get you on here. Come on. There we go. We have Todd McFarlane. He is definitely taller than Spider-Man because he is a 7-inch figure. But he looks good together. Yeah, they look good. Then let's get the SH Figuarts Deadpool. Spider-Man is a bit taller because SH Figuarts are normally smaller, but they look good together. Then let's get the Night Crusader Batman by Mafex. He is a little bit taller than Spider-Man, but both look good together. I think that's how I like Batman to be. He's a little bit taller than quite a few characters, but that looks good. Then let's get a Mezco in here, and we have the Mezco Green Goblin review coming soon. Mezco Green Goblin is quite a bit taller than Spider-Man, because Mezcos are the opposite of SH Figuarts, quite a bit taller normally than your average 6-inch scale figure. They look very good together. I love this Green Goblin so much. He's definitely in my top 10 favorite figures in my collection, but they look good together. I like that a lot. Then let's get another Mafex in here. We have the Mafex Venom. This Mafex Venom is a little smaller than I'd like him to be. I'd like him maybe about there. Maybe there. But he looks good next to him. They're about the same height, but they look good together. McFarlane and McFarlane figures with the art style they chose each. No, they look good together. Oh, uh-oh. Let's get you back. Then finally, we have this size comparison I've been waiting for. We have the Mafex 185 Spider-Man, who I thought was the best McFarlane style Spider-Man for a little bit. Some people think it's Mark Bagley or Eric Larson. I think it's a mix of all the 90s Spider-Man, so. They look really well together. They look good. The Marvel Legends is a little bit taller than the Mafex, which I think the Marvel Legend has the better height, in my opinion, with the McFarlane style. Though this Spider-Man is, like I said, a mix of quite a few 90s Spider-Man artists, so. Yeah, they look good. This Spider-Man's definitely a brighter blue than this one. And the colors are just way brighter in general, but they look really good together. And I don't know what one I prefer. It's very tough, but maybe that can be another video for another day. So, yeah, those are the size comparisons. I think he scales pretty well to most figures. He's the size I'd want him to be, so he looks good. Well, now that we've seen everything this figure has to come with and how he looks to other figures and his articulation, I have to say he's amazing. He's spectacular. He's awesome. He's just great. He's definitely the best McFarlane figure we have to date, in my opinion. I think if you're wanting to get a Spider-Man that's not like an import or a bit too expensive, he's definitely perfect. He goes for about $70 Canadian and about $50 American, so can be a little pricey to some people, but I think it's completely worth it with what he comes with, how he looks, his articulation. It's all great. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's just good. I really like him, and we're gonna finish off the video with some posing, so here they are.